Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on out there? Woohoo! So yeah, you guys, I see a few of you guys, some of the new people up in here. Orange Army, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Jason Osborne, yo, Tech Man, my man, getting yourself a 3090 Founders Edition. Yo, yeah, those things ain't cheap, that's for sure. You're going to notice right off the bat that this thing memory thermal throttles. It's a thing with these these 3090s. But I've been saying it since day one. If you put the memory modules in one spot, you're going to have runaway temperatures. And that's some of the stuff that I'm going to go over today too, I think. So, I mean, I've got, you've got the Founders Edition Tech Man. I've got the EVGA XC3. This one's the one with just the two 8-pins on there. If I would have gotten For the Win Ultra, I would have gotten the 3 8-pins. Alex, what's up, what's up? But because of the fact that this thing does have... yo, now everybody's showing up. That's what's up. Emmanuel, what's going on? Unknown Crypto. Yo, yo, yo. I have found things, but nothing had came out at that time for active cooling on these back plates of the 3090s. Oh, nice. You got your Z9 Mini coming in off of Amazon. Sup, what's up, Mikhail? My home doge. Yo. Oh, yeah, not bad for 80 bucks, for sure, for sure. Found things, huh? Yeah. So what's going on with the E3? I will get to that. Yo, from the road with Jeff. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Nefarious and Jeff, what's going on? What's going on? Hopefully, while you're on your travels, you might be able to help me out. Of course, right. So, for anybody that has a 3090, was lucky enough to get their hands on one of these bad boys, these heat monster, power hungry hogs. But if you want to play games in 8K, this is going to be your best bet. Especially with DLS, or DSS, or DSL, whatever it is, the Deep Sample Learning, DSL. The second generation on that, DSL, will help boost up your frames per second, helps run things in 2K, 4K, and 8K a little bit better. If you're getting it and you're running up like myself, nothing but 1080p monitors, you're really not going to get a huge uptick. You're just going to have really good frame rate. Other than that, a 1080 Ti will be able to play your 1080p resolution at 60 frames a second without any issue, and that is completely gameable. And Camellias, yes, smash that Lizardy like button, guys. Smash it away, for sure, for sure. So, I mean, whenever I was first looking into the 3090s, I was, because of the fact that I knew it was going to thermal throttle, I wanted to get one for testing purposes and seeing how I can actively cool it. If you hear in the background, down there is the 3090. So this is the 3090. It's not even really on camera. 3090s here, 3080, and then the 3060 Ti. I've got those testing behind me on my Veta frame. But what you're hearing is my Delta fan. I've got a Delta fan blowing at the backside of this card, because on the backside of the card, the back plate's metal, and it's got copper heat pipes in there to kind of try to wick the heat away from the memory modules themselves as best as that they could. I found that if I put a fan on it, it actually lowers temperature of that back plate significantly, allowing the thermal pads to transfer heat. My next thing on here that I'm going to do next is pulling it apart and changing out the thermal pads, see if I could put on my own thermal pads on there, and it should be good to go. I should have better control of the heat, hopefully. If not, if you guys had missed it at one point in time, I had posted this in the Discord, in the mining prawn section. So this was something that was leaked out from EVGA's forum. This was active backplate cooling. Yes, guys, that is a front water block and a back water block for the memory modules. Anytime that you can sit there and just get the thermal transfer to happen more efficiently, of course things stay cooler. With that, I knew that this would have been the best possible solution. This right up here is going to be what everybody wants for their 3090s. And that's where it kind of came out that EK unveils their active cooling, guys. Bam! Look at that. That's so sensual. Sitting in the rig. It is a GPU sandwich for sure. So this is the back plate of the... I'm not sure if it's the back plate or the front plate, but basically, if you can see here, you'll see the ports. So basically, you put the card in, thermal paste it and everything, and then you slide on this is probably the front plate. This is probably where the GPU die comes in, I bet. Or no. This is where it's trying to lift away from the socket. Okay. So, I mean, you could sit there and basically put thermal pad everywhere on here. Just to help thermal transfer into the cold plate itself. And then you put on the front plate, bolt that all down. The way it's supposed to be. I'm not sure how this thing is going to bolt together. And then it looks like you have to bolt it to the distribution block for the back and front water blocks, which that is an amazing idea. I love this. Yes, need more of this. I mean, look how sensual that is. Oh my god. It's like, yes, EK, if you ever find it in your heart, I would love for you to sponsor me. I would pimp this out. Big time. Big time. It's like with the back plate, you just put thermal pad everywhere. Anywhere where you've got enough room to sandwich this thing together. And it looks like it bolts through, so I think that what we were seeing over in this picture here is actually it might be the front plate. If the back plate is the nickel plating. Or if the front and back, this one looks like the front and the back are nickel plated. But yeah, this is like the best solution that I have possibly have seen. And whenever I can, I gotta of course DCA into that. I'm not sure if I'm going to hold off putting that into my rig until I can get a water block solution. I certainly can put a 360 millimeter radiator in here, fans, a pump I've got plenty of room for, and my Threadripper's already got an AIO. So if I ever wanted to, it's not hard. Whenever this AIO finally gives out, I can just add it into the rest of the loop. So I'm thinking that I'm going to start piecing together a water block setup for me, which will be really interesting because I've never had a completely water-cooled computer before, and I'd love to do some mining tests on this stuff too. Looks great in the thermal take case. Oh yeah, doesn't it? Oh, that thing just looks amazing. Even in here, I mean, this is yeah, here we go. There's the front. There's the whole front view. You got the distro block with with the pump built into it and all that good stuff. I just like this thing. This is a really clean setup. It's the first time I've actually kind of went, I kind of want that. So yeah, expect to see some testing with this as soon as I can get this, because of course EK is not going to sponsor me at this point. I'm a little channel. I don't expect them to. It'd be amazing if they did. I certainly would shill their product. I like EK stuff. But it's like, I'm just a pleb. I have no job. And I'm also thinking about setting up a Patreon for this channel. If any of you guys would be interested in that, let me know. Yeah. And then I'll kind of give some like I've had a couple of people ask me about setting up a Patreon specific for this channel. I know I got one for the DCA Adventure channel, but I've had a couple of people ask me if I would set up a Patreon, that they would subscribe to my Patreon personally and support me. What that does ultimately is it helps me get the equipment so that I can review this stuff before you guys run out and grab it and spend your hard-earned money on it too. Since I have no sponsorship of my own, maybe you guys be willing to sponsor, but it's all up to you. Oh, I got another person saying yes. Emmanuel, nice. Yeah, I'm kicking it around. I probably will set one up for this channel specifically and see who all wants to join up and all that good stuff. Yeah, because that stuff just ultimately helps me help you. But if you guys hadn't watched yesterday, NVIDIA had their Killboy any giveaways. Yeah, I mean there would be. I could do giveaways in the Patreon. I can, that are exclusive to the Patreon members. But I could sit there and utilize some of that money from the Patreon too in order to actually do giveaways also. So yeah, pretty much. $37,000 Bitcoin. Damn. We have a $37,000 Bitcoin, really? Oh wow. Sounds good. All right, for sure. I don't normally pull up charts, but I do look at them. And Nefarious just so happened to put in there saying about a $37,000 Bitcoin. Alright, we can bring this down to the 4 hour. Alright, here we go. When Navi, you get nothing. Nothing. No, I've still got to make it over to the post office. To the moon. Yep. No! No, I've got to make it to the... I never made it to the post office, I'll be honest. And what's up? 96. And this is what Nefarious is talking about. He's talking about that Bizity Bitcoin is sitting at... What is that? 36.7. Yeah. It's like 36.7, 47, 49, 50. It's kind of like it's kind of holding out right here. It tried to peak out at 37.869. So No, I don't want any ads. I'm not paying for this. So they give me ads, whether I like it or not. Yeah, Bitcoin's doing pretty good. I don't mind where it's sitting at. I mean, that's just me, not financial advice. Great spot to trade. Killboy, any legitimate places you know of that I could get GPUs in? Well, that kind of depends on what's around you. It seems like the best, if you're like myself being in the US, my best bet is making my way over to Micro Center, that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I might even do a little live streaming because I'm able to now. I'm over 1,000 subscribers. Yo, thank you all you awesome people out there. So I'll be making my way out to you out in Georgia. So depending where you're at, I've been going over to Micro Center. I don't know if you got a Micro Center in Georgia. They're wiped. They should be getting a shipment tomorrow. Just saying. That's where I'm going. Some German dude forgot his encryption pass that holds 7,022 Bitcoin. Damn, that has to hurt. Yeah, I know, Mikkel. I feel so bad for you, Mikkel, that you have no good place by you. Grits is like 2 in Georgia. Lucky. If he's not mistaken. I can't go over to Westmont, Max. I was there a week and a half ago, something like that. And I picked up a 3060 Ti. And so I can't go back there because they check IDs and they're like, oh, you only get one every 30 days. But Chicago, they don't care. So I'm going over to Chicago tomorrow. So if you want to help me get a great card, dude, that'd be awesome. Oh, Camelius hitting hard with a good question. How is the E3? That it's horrible. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're not up in Toronto area in any way, shape, or form. But oh, nice. I'm jealous. I can't go over to Westmont because yeah, but Chicago doesn't care. So I'm going to Chi-Town tomorrow. So yeah, if you want to hang out, you can come over to Chi-Town, and then you can go over to Westmont the next week if you wanted to. But that's just me. But so, since you ask about the E3 Camellias, we can certainly talk about it. All right, so my E3s are officially off. Yeah, they don't mind Ethereum in any way, shape, or form. It looked like it was putting the E3s into like zombie mode for like the first week that I put that 5.6.0 firmware onto the E3. They started mining again. It was awesome. I'm like, cool, back where it should be, and yeah, you can still mine Callisto network because the DAG file is not that big. I'd have to test out and see if it's even feasibly worth it, because those E3s are pretty power hungry, and I'm on residential power. I just switched over to a different electric plan, and that doesn't. It's not. And that's the problem. It's like everything that I was like looking at. It's like unless you've got free power, it's really just not worth mining with the E3s anymore. It's not feasible. Those are only 4 gigabyte modules. The DAG file for Ethereum is at 4.02, and like after about a week, they just started erroring out. All the hashing boards would start erroring out for no reason. I was sitting there trying to do what I could. I got them to like mine for like an extra day, and then that's been it. And ever since that one extra day, I've had everybody hitting me up for the E3s. Oh, that'd be funny, Killboy. But unfortunately, that's the problem with the ASICs. You know, they're application-specific integrated chips. But I do mine with my S9s. I've also got Brains OS on my S9, and I've got the S9 overclocked. So, yeah, they're good to go. Yeah, different algo, unfortunately. The ASIC chips aren't like FPGAs. Even though the ASICs are made from an FPGA, they're not FPGA. They don't. There's no reprogrammability to them whatsoever. And that's always been like a lot of people's like hesitation with ASICs is that you've got to make sure you're on an algo that you know has got longevity behind it, and it's worth a good amount of money too, so that it offsets your power, because you're using your power to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. Killboy, I'm not sure what you're talking about. You ran. I used to have like, God, I was up around 12 gigahash on Ethereum at one point in time, or Ethereum Classic. I'm running one S9 right now, and I don't run anything on 110 Killboy. I have everything on 220. It gave me a better power load, and I wired it in myself. The L3s, they did me pretty good. I mined the hell out of it. I had like 7 L3 plus pluses, and I had them with different firmware on there that allowed me to overclock it and dial in the fans better. Oh, it was nice. But yeah, I mean, an S9 Killboy is very profitable, right? Well, not very. It depends on your electric rate. So, I mean, if you're over 12 cents a kilowatt hour, might not be the best idea. But if you're under 10 cents a kilowatt hour, yeah, you're making at least $1 or $2 a day, and in that glorious busy bit. Emmanuel, add good cable, 90 amp box, 220 volt. Yeah, you want to make sure that you got good quality, thick gauge wires, because you're going to be pushing some power. Yes and no. So I had 7 of the L3 plus pluses, and then with the the firmware that I have for them, I was able to actually overclock them even further. I had mine around 700 to 750 mega hash a piece. Ace. The only thing that was bad about Ledger is that their database got hacked. It wasn't that the ledgers got hacked. Nothing happened to the ledgers. It was if you bought them in the last year, your contact info got let out. You know, your email address that you used, your shipping address, possibly a credit card. So just be careful when you're using them. It might be best to, if you're going to use a ledger or a treasure. At this point, this is kind of how me personally I would do it. If you know you're going to buy one or two, just get a gift card that you can pay for it with. One that's like Visa backed or whatever, and you can sit there and basically transfer money into that, buy it this way you're not leaking out your credit card information, and you're not using your credit card, so you're not getting charged interest. You know, things to get around you having to use a credit card. That's how I look at it. Kratom. No, I don't have a YouTube membership yet. I just got to the monetization, but I need like 800 more viewing hours before I can actually enable monetization. So I'm like right there for being able to do that. And it's some of the reasons why I'm considering making my own Patreon for this channel. So I probably will this weekend make a Patreon for this channel. And Ace, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I actually used the Ledger Nano S myself, so I have no problem with it. I don't put all my crypto into one spot. So I'll have some on a ledger. I've got some on paper wallets. I've got some that are just on USB devices that have nothing to do with my computer. And that's how and then I've got a laptop that doesn't connect in with the internet ever. That's got my private keys on there. So, I mean, I kind of got a lot of stuff just kind of spread everywhere. This way, if somebody tries to attack, they're gonna get like a pinch of, if they're even remotely successful, they'll get like a pinch, and I really don't see how that'll happen really when I don't have it on my PC. So I mean that just makes it much easier that I don't have to worry about anything. Sweet, yeah. I don't have it yet, so it'll be this weekend. But thank you. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna do the content for Patreon, because like I should be giving value back to you guys in some way, shape, or form through there with exclusive content for the Patreon members. And it's like stuff like 0% dev fee for mining Monero. I know how to turn that off, and I could show you how to too. I think that'll be like a Patreon members only thing. The treasure's not bad either. I mean, pretty much a lot of them, I don't have really any issues with them. Because the Nano Ledger S is just an encrypted USB. The Treasure is basically just an encrypted USB with a little interface on it. Big deal, I like them. They're very. I think they're amazing products. But yeah, I've kind of got a little of everything. Yeah. So, anywho, back to the E3 though. So I also know a few people that were telling me that they're mining MOAC. That project doesn't look like it's been active in a long time, so be careful about trying to mine with your E3s on some shit coin that's out there. You run into a big problem of just having a coin that you can't get rid of. Some of these, like MOAC, whenever I was looking at the Etherscan blocks, because it's built on Ethereum, you go to look at their block explorer, and there hasn't been a block produced in like 937 days. You could tell that the chain's dead. Either it's dead or it moved to something else, but it doesn't look like it has. Whenever I've looked at Block Explorer coming off of coin market overview, and they have their Block Explorer, you can just hit it and go right to it, and it doesn't show any activity on the chain for 937, 938 days now. No good. Chain's dead. And I've heard of a few people mining to it. I hope if they're here that they are not mining to MOAC. It's like, for whatever reason, it's still worth like 5 cents or a half a penny, I forget. So, yeah, don't do research before you mine on something speculative. Don't just mine on it because, oh look, my E3 connected to it. So, yeah, be very careful with that. I wouldn't be mining I'm not mining on my E3s because for me it's just not worth it. Will I play around with some things to see what the 24-hour numbers are? Sure. Orange Army, yeah, definitely. Just don't ever lose your seed phrases. If you think you're going to, I suggest products like this. This is the Elia Pal wallet. This is one that I have not used. As you can see, there's nothing in here. So you can basically put your seed phrases in, and it gives you little metal numbers, letters and numbers and whatever, that you put into here so that you can always remember your 24 word seed phrases. I love little products like this. Products like that are amazing so you don't lose your seed phrases. Do I have the other one? Handy dandy. I do not remember. Oh, here it is. Or you can get the Stone Book. It's water resistant. You can sit there, put notes in there. It comes with a pen and that will write on it just as normal, or it's also got a ghost pen in there you'll only be able to see the words on it if you put it underneath a black light. So depending on your level of trust and security, even writing it down. Now, the difference between this and a metal one is that the metal one will survive a fire. This won't. Right here, you see how the corner's missing? I lit it on fire. So it might be waterproof, but it's not flame proof, so kind of depends on what you want to use. And J-Bo, I hope you have multiple copies of that. Just in case somebody grabs it, reformats the sucker on you, or they grab it and when they pulled it out of the PC, they didn't eject the drive, and now they corrupted the USB drive. I have seen the stupidest things happen, where all of a sudden you lose that information on that USB. Yes, I do. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, getting back on topic here. Or USB just fails in general, yeah, for whatever reason. It's like, I commit heady kitty. Now, yeah. Yep. Alright, so. Oh, bam. So we had originally the rumors of the 3060 and the 3050 Ti. It looks like the 3060 is a real thing now. If you guys hadn't paid attention to NVIDIA's YouTube video that they produced, they weren't part of CES. They decided to go live on, have a pre-recording for YouTube, which is just fine. But they were really kind of being really heavy on the, oh look, we play very well with these games. It was a whole bunch of them showing off other people's games and stuff. But I mean, it's like they were just showing everybody else's games. Hey, we work really good here. We've got ray tracing. Ray tracing looks this amazing, guys. Which is fine and dandy. I'm a gamer too. I love watching it. Old school 33-cent folder and sheets of protractors. That's too funny. But so NVIDIA just had the most boring like 20-30 minutes, and then they started talking about the 3060. And if you look in the chat when they were doing that, all viewers, they just started putting out of stock, 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 everything that they talked about, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. And they're talking about all these laptops that they're getting involved with, putting in their products, which is nice. It's like, just because you got a laptop doesn't mean that you don't deserve a good graphics card to go along with it. I'm cool with that. But with the RTX 3060, it's like one of those things of I just don't get the necessity for it and why they decided to take this route. Now I have an opinion on why they did this, which is they saw AMD's lower tier card coming out with 16 gigabytes of VRAM on there, and they're like, "Oh my God, we need more RAM on here." So next one, we're just gonna put a lot of RAM on there. We're gonna brand it new, right? But the thing is, though, is they at the same time they nerfed this thing. So the GA104-200, which is the 3060 Ti, and the GeForce on the GA106-300 die for just the non-Ti. The bigger the number, the lower the lower on the ranking the card actually is. So the 3060 Ti, the one that I have, has 4,864 CUDA cores, 38 RT cores, 152 tensor cores, 8 gigabytes of GDDR6 non-X, which is just fine. Memory clock was at 14 gigabytes per second with a 256 bus width on the memory, 180 watt target on there, and $399. Now the 3060 non-Ti is going to have a cut down cores, so it's going to be at 3,584 cores. But if you're just mining Monero, Ethereum, it doesn't matter. You're going to be looking at 28 RT cores. Well, if you're going to cut down the CUDA cores, you got to cut down the RT cores. You don't have as much horsepower. The tensor cores are going to be 112 instead of the 152, and it's going to have 12 gigabytes of GDDR6. They're thinking that the memory clock is going to be at 17 gigabytes per second at 192 bit rate on the memory bus, which is close to how the 3080 is. They don't have a target point on this, but I've heard rumors that they're going to be looking at about 160 watts. 160, 170 watts is going to be the target point. at 329, and it should be getting released here soon. This is not something that I'm going to be interested in. If you're looking at it for the mining perspective, you're going to have a lower. It should be closer to how I'm going to guess how the 5700s mine. So you're going to be in the 50 mega hash a second range, and you'll probably be able to get it down to 100 to 110 watts. If you get a triple fan, you'll be closer to the 115 watts. So you're going to be between 5 to 15 watts less than the TI variant mining the same thing. So depending on how much less that you're going to be able to mine with it is going to depend on if this thing is even viable for mining wise. And you're not going to see it for the 329. That's MSRP, and then you got taxes on there. You're looking at a 20, whatever the tariff tax is, plus regular taxes. So you're going to figure that this thing is probably going to be closer to a $500 card. If I just bought my 3060 for $630, I'm going to guess that this one's going to be probably around the $550 mark if you get the AIB partners. So there is that. So I mean, until I start seeing some people mining with these ones, I'm not going to be 100% sold on this. I will still try to get my 3060 Ti's as they are very viable. Yeah, you bring up a good point, Max. Maybe not be as good as the 3060 Ti, but if that's all you can get your hands on, just grab it. To a point. If you're talking about a card that's only mining, let's say, you're getting, 50 mega hash at 100 watts. And for 20 more watts, you get 62.5 mega hash. And you're only talking about a $50 difference between the two cards. It's like, do you go after the lesser of the cards, or do you get what you can get your hands on, or are you trying to you're wanting to get this card, but your budget's only so big? So even that will vary. I think. See, it does. It's really going to be a tricky one for that one, Max. If it's mining, let's say in the low 50 mega hash range, even with a good overclock, you're talking about. Efficiency will be relative, not the same. But if you're talking about a $50 to $80 difference between there, that's a discussion that you need to have with your pocketbook at that point. Otherwise, it's all you can get your hands on. Hey, what's going on, Ninja Grasshopper? What's up? But yeah, they've been doing some weird stuff with all of this. That is for sure. But man, I keep on wanting to go back to this and going, oh man, that thing is just so sexy from EK. I can just look at that all day long. You want to know one thing I couldn't sit there and watch all day long? The AMD keynote speech at CES. Did you guys watch that horrible event? It was so boring. Last year's CES I thought was pretty bad because they kept on bringing out all these other people from different companies talking about how great each other's product is. Well, they decided to one up that this year by doing it through Zoom calls. And all they were doing was like, oh, we really like your product. Really? You like our product? What is it about our product that you like? It's like, oh my God, this is mindless dribble drabble. And then they start hinting out at the releases of their mobile processors, and they think that, and AMD is making the bold claim that they think that everybody wants to game on their laptop or tablet. Last time I heard, I like the game at home on my PC, where I've got more capability on my PC than a laptop, hands down. And you game better if your laptop is plugged into the wall because it has better power, especially on some of these newer ones. If you unplug the power supply off of it, or the battery charger off of it, it starts to downclock the GPU to save power and battery life. Oh, TechMan, nice. Good question. Good question. The 3090, I don't have the Ultra. I've got the XC3. So I've got just below the For the Win. Right now, since Hive did its last update, it's now getting about 120 about 120 megahash a second at 300 watts. If I put it to 250 watts, I get shit for fucking hash on there. It is horrible. Horrible. Nothing that I would ever want. I'm more interested in how this is going to react to it. The active cooling on the back plate, I think that will make the world of difference. But until then, I'm not happy with this thing. I'm sure you guys can hear a little bit of that fan noise in the background. That's a Delta fan for a server blowing on the backside of my 3090. The cooler is just inadequate. The 3080 For the Win 3 Ultra, the cooling on it is okay. It's better than the 3090, but I can tell that I can sit there and I can let this thing get too hot and watch it thermal throttle. Yeah. Got to step it up if you're gonna play with these 3090s. You're gonna want to go kind of all out on it. There is no holding back. Is there a hash rate difference between Window and Hive? Actually, no. It's just a dedicated. See, what I like about Hive is that I can remote into it easier. I don't have to have a keyboard onto it, a mouse onto it, or a monitor. So I can run this thing completely headless. Not necessarily. It's just a Linux distribution. So it's Linux with some easy to use for the Windows users to get up on there. It just gives me better data, I think, because it's a dedicated OS for mining. But it's still Ubuntu. It's just a really cut down Ubuntu. And they've got all the miners there in one place. So it's just easy to get everything you need. You don't have to deal with any of the Windows issues, like their automatic updates and stuff like that. Or waiting for, Hive gets on top of it to get the drivers out as quickly as you can. Orange Army, yes, I run all of my Hives off of USB, a 32 gigabyte. Yo, what's up, Savage? What up, what up? Right, Savage in this hizzity house. For sure, yo. Right, hashtag beast mode. They don't charge anything. So if you're wanting to mine Ethereum, you can mine one rig anywhere to any Ethereum pool you want. But if you have more than one rig on there, you're going to have to point it at their pool, Hive on pool, and then you don't get charged for them, and you can have up to 4 rigs for free. Hey J-Bo, yes, I like Hive. Running NB Miner lets you use straps like you were able to with Claymore and Windows. Yeah. That's hilarious. You run multiple on one pool. Yeah, no problem, Orange Army. No problemo. So this is the point where I turn it over to all you guys, ask me some questions, and then I will be getting up out of here. I probably will be doing some, I'll either be doing some gaming here later on tonight, or I'll be doing gaming on Twitch. I'm not sure which one I want to, it all depends. Yeah, I've been using T-Rex with my 30 series. Phoenix for the rest of all the other ones. Especially with the older cards. I've got no problems with them. So anybody got any other questions before I cut up out of here? Max Volt, or Max, if you've only got one rig, you can mine anywhere you want. You don't have to split your pools up like that at all for one rig. No, I have not, Jason. I have not used Kudo Miner. Oh no, that's the one that's supposed to be like Hive. Yes, I have. Let me double check. I thought I did. I might have taken it off by now. Yeah, that's that weird. But yeah, I've used it. I think me and Mikkel have talked to some of the developers for Kudo. Not really. I don't like how they run their software. It doesn't give me enough control over my stuff. And Techman, what kind of 12 GPU cases? Like server cases? Whale, good question. I have 3, and then by tomorrow I will have 4. Hey, what's going on, Raven Sky? Yo! Yo, wow. Blast from the past. OG, triple OG over there. Glad to see that you're still around, Raven. It's awesome. Oh my god. Octominer's GPU case looks amazing. I love that thing. But yeah, they want way too much. They want way, way, way too much. I will never recommend anybody to get the Octominer. Look at like, I don't like running 12 GPUs on one motherboard anyway, but I like my 4Us, and I was able, if you catch them at the right time, from the right distributor, you can catch them for a hell of a deal. I got 3 4Us for $65 a piece, plus $25 in shipping. And they had 6 Delta fans already built into it. All I had to do is put a power supply, motherboard, and GPUs in, and it holds 6 to 8 GPUs on the rail. Actually, whenever I did it, Orange Army, I was on eBay. I just was looking one day for 4U server cases for GPUs, and it popped up with one person that was selling like 6 of them, and I bought 3 of them, and then they were gone. For sure, Max. Yo. Thank you for being here. Yo. Oh, yeah. And for sure, and then I will be this weekend making a Patreon for the channel, going over all of that stuff. Yeah, just gotta wait for prices to drop to restock. Yeah, and I have no idea how long that's gonna be. With the way things are, God, nobody's gonna know. Oh yeah, for sure, Tech Man. Gotta smash that Lizzy like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit the little bell notification and click all. And then double check to make sure if you did that, make sure YouTube didn't turn it off on you. We know how YouTube likes to do that. What's the total wattage of all of my rigs? Oh God, I'm not actually sure. I'm running a few thousand watts, that's for sure. Like the 3080s, so the 3080, the 3090, and the 3060 Ti. That's like just under 700 watts right there. That's sitting right behind me. Some other ones are like at 800 watts, 1,000 watts. It depends on the GPUs that I got in there and all that good stuff. Whales, like, what do you think GPU prices will be like when proof of work is gone? I don't think proof of work will ever go away, Whale. That's just my thoughts on it. I haven't seen haven't seen any proof of work that yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any proof of work coins that were really had the ability to be long term. We'll find out with Ethereum if they're able to, or if they're going to implode after this, or will they do like a hybrid? God only knows. Wow, Tech Man, that's a lot of wattage for 300 mega hash. Wow. Well, Orange Army, the total hash rate, that kind of depends on what I'm mining. I don't mine just Ethereum. I'm also a Bitcoin miner, so I run ASICs. I run FPGAs. So hash rate, because I've diversified my farm, it's hard to say exactly what I have. I mean, I'm over 30 GPUs, and I've got 2 FPGAs and an ASIC running. So, I mean, if you add them all together, I got gigahash. I got terahash. I got kilohash. Yeah, so I mean, and then all my CPUs all mine, so I'm mining Monero too on the other side of everything, so I do pretty good with mining. Anybody else got any other questions before I head up out of here? Here, I'll let you guys look at some prawn. Here, we'll look at the better prawn. This is so sensual right here. With a Leland Lee DeBauer case. And that is an EVGA card that's underneath there. So, so nice. All right. So, well. Oh God. This is probably like a $500 water block right here. Anywhere from 150 to 250 for each water block. I mean, even on this one, I'll probably say this one is at least 250. At least. If not like 350. And I really like this one because it's got the nickel plating on there. And a distribution block that's customized just for it. EK knocked this one out of the park. That's actually not bad for the P104. It's 110 watts at 34 mega hash, so it's like a really efficient 1080 Ti. I mean, 1070 Ti, a really efficient one. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you, Bron. Man, I got a lot of new faces here. It's awesome. Negative 500 on the memory. Yep, take that memory completely out of the picture for sure. Why are you taking away? You mean on the core? I think you got that backwards. It's negative 500 on the core, and then you got 215 on the mem. Can't imagine that you would slow down the memory clock to mine Ethereum. You'd want to speed that and overclock the hell out of it. The mem strap and T-Rex from Khalid helps too. Nice. What? Wow. That's interesting. I've never had a P104. Wow. That's insane that it... Huh. Who would have thunk it? Huh. Interesting, interesting. Alright, so I think I'm gonna hop up off of here. Wow, what a weird mismatch on there. That's still like a weird mismatch. Wow. They got... Well, if it was 1080 VRAM, it would be the GDDR5X memory modules. And then it would be a 1070 core. Or it's the other way around. Or it's got the GDDR5, which 1070 and a 1080 both got. So it's like a dumbed down mismatch. That's weird. That's why I never really got into the mining specific cards. Hey, thank you, Will. It was awesome to have you. Yeah, Tech Man, it definitely, that is an odd one. Yeah, everybody that I've been able to play with, their mining specific ones, it was the P102s that I've played with. So that's interesting. Just wanting to try ETC hash soon if it's better. Yeah, there's less hash rate on there, so I mean, it makes it, you get more shares per hash on there for sure. I wish my E3 ant miners can go on the ETC hash. That would be cool. But, alright guys. It's been a little... Bron, what's up with the Tesla K80s? Yeah. I haven't found... I've only heard of the K80s, but I have no info on it either. I mean, the Teslas are basically... That's enterprise grade stuff anyway. So you almost have to get one of their server blades that already has those in them. I think I know where to get the information for it. I've just never really looked into it because the Teslas, they just want too much for them. Not necessarily, Tech Man. Only on the 4 gigabyte cards. So if you got more than 4... What? You can get them on eBay for $139 right now? Holy cow. Wow, they've really come down in price. Of course, those particular ones. Because those are a little bit older. I could look into it and see if I can dig up what I can dig up for you. Oh, dude, you have to let me know how that goes. If you got one of them, let me know. I would be highly interested in seeing how it mines. Highly interested. So yeah, let me know how that goes for sure. Baller. That's awesome. Otherwise, Brian, you can always join the Discord. I got the links down below to join in with the family mine, and you can always put info in there. That's if you're in Discord at all. Always got links down below. So, anybody else got any other questions before I sign up out of here? You got like 20 seconds here to respond. Oh, nice. Baller. Yeah, for sure, Bron. No problemo. Alright, since nobody else has any other questions, I'll definitely see you all in the next one. I'll either be gaming here, if you guys are ever on Twitch, I also game on there. Same name, Crypto and Hot Rods. Yo! And with that, guys, smash the lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace. Oh, whoop. Oh, God. Okay. Jason, so you slipped that question in right at the end. I pretty much got screwed. It hurt. It was an expensive lesson. I got taken for a lot of my hard-earned HODL money. So yeah, it's some of the other reason why I've been like considering starting up my own Patreon, as like a way to try to, you know, if you guys wanted to help out and help me out since I got scammed, be awesome. I do appreciate anybody's help at that point, but yeah, Alibaba basically said that, there's nothing we can do about it. There wasn't enough proof from me, even though I gave them all the proof in the world. But at the end of the day, yeah, like I said, I'm going to do that this week. I'm going to set up a Patreon. And then you guys can... No, they didn't, Orange Army. Because at the end of the day, the scam seller, all they had to do is go, that's not my Bitcoin wallet. I don't know what he's talking about. We don't own that. He must have sent it to the wrong place. That's why he's not getting product, because he never paid us. Exactly, Orange Army. Oh, WTF. Yeah. That's why you got to be careful with Alibaba, because at the end of the day, they don't care if there's a scammer on there. They don't care. Yeah. Alibaba will never see any money from us. Yeah. Easy fix. Yeah. If you want to sit there and send a message, you get enough people to not shop there. And then they'll be like, well, why is our sales down? Oh, it must be because we've got 50,000 scammers on here that we don't kick off even if they're questionable, and they have 30, 40, 100,000, complaints against them, but there's no evidence, so there must be nothing wrong going on. It's like, whatever, guys. You guys all suck. So, yeah, it sucks. It was just it's an expensive lesson on my part, and I hope that me sharing this, what happened to me, will allow you guys to kind of live and learn from it too. Hey, what's going on, Bojan? He's like, hello. Yeah, comes from China. I mean, everything's built in China. It's like, why can't I shop there in like get rid of the middleman in my buying experience. Yep, pretty much, Orange Army. Keep on mining and move on. Most certainly. That's why I'm buying more GPUs. And tomorrow, I'll be at a micro center near me, and I'm going to try to get either a 3080 or a 3060 Ti. Yeah, Killboy, it is not fair in the slightest bit. But nothing I can do at this point, unfortunately. Unfortunately. That's awesome, Jason. You rock. You get a gold sticker for that. All right. Breton, at least the ones by me. And then Bojan. Yeah, I like the 3000 series. I skipped the 2000 series. To me, they were just not worth it for the price point. So I kept on mining in my 1070 Ti's and my 1080 Ti's. Never thought anything about it. I can't go to the Westmont one, Breton. I can go to the Chicago location. I'll be at the Chicago location. So, the Chicago location's like 25 minutes north of Westmont. Oh, damn, Brenton. Damn! Yeah, I'm actually, like, I'm an hour or so. I'm like a little over an hour from Westmont. Bron. NVIDIA announced their 3060 non-TI, 12 gigabytes of RAM. That's a little bit slower, less CUDA cores, less tensor cores. So it's a little bit of a dumbed down GPU, but with more memory on it. They're like, oh, we need to answer AMD. Just put more memory on it. We're good, right? So that's basically what they're doing. And AMD, I'm not sure if they're gonna do the selling on their website. I didn't hear anything about that aspect. I've heard rumors on it, but that'll be a logistical nightmare if they want to do it. I mean, more power to them. If they're able to control the scalper programs from just buying the hell out of the cards. Yeah, Bojan. Yeah, the 3000 series cards are expensive everywhere and always out of stock. Killboy's like, I'm on their site, out of stock. Oh yeah, that's everywhere. Oh, Lisa Sue announced it. Okay. I must have missed that during their boring, absolutely mind-numbing CES talk the other day. Good God. I kept on walking away. It was like so boring because like All she was doing with all the other CEOs were just like, is your product good? Oh, yeah, your product's good. How's my product? Oh, it's good too. Oh, thank you. Snaps. Instead of like giving product information, they were just like stroking each other's egos for an hour. 45 minutes, I'm sorry. Oh, they're working on it. Okay. They must have slipped that in with the little bit of slips that they were talking about their mobile processor and their, yeah. Yes, Jason. Oh, yeah. Everything's, you're going to see, even the ASICs go up in price. Everything has gone up in price really bad. No problem, Bron. No problem. And don't worry, Bron. I'm usually bad with names too, but I've been like trying to watch her CES keynote speech and stuff like that. It's like, oh, brain is numb from that. It was like even Nvidia's like YouTube pre-recording debut yesterday. It was like 20-30 minutes of just like them showing video games, no real product. It's like, ugh, come on guys, I didn't come to watch this so that you can show off how your hardware works on games. I don't care about that. Show me cards and tell me they're going to be in stock. All right, so it's been an hour and a half. Guys, I think I'm going to take off out of here. So catch me out on either Twitch or on YouTube a little bit later on tonight. I'll probably do an hour or two's worth of gaming. I probably will do it for Twitch side of it, because like I'm trying to leave like YouTube side for being like gaming, chill and relax Sunday, and I missed it last Sunday because I was hanging out with my mom instead of being home bored. After Ethereum goes to proof of stake, it'll be hard to say because Ethereum's not going to proof of stake for at least a year to 2 years. So we'll find out on that one. No, that will be Crypto Mikkel will be on at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on DCA Adventure with 3D Print Wednesday, where he gets all of your 3D printer needs getting going. So if you want to learn about 3D printing, hit up Mikkel at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on DCA Adventure. But no, I won't be, and then I won't be on DCA until Friday and Saturday. And then I might go live tomorrow too, after I get back from Chicago and getting a GPU. I'm gonna go hang out with my uncle since I'm gonna be out in the Chicagoland area. He wants to take me for a rip in his dragster, because that thing is just so dialed in. That thing is a monster already. So yeah. All right, guys. I will definitely see you all on the next one. Yo.